What's going on, everyone? We've got a really good war video today for our 5th war of the Alliance War season. We're bringing in 2 mutants, Apocalypse, Professor X, and of course Human Torch. So we're going to look at Path 4. We've got that Ebony Maw right there. We've got a Nova and a Korg on Mixmaster, pretty standard Korg on Footloose. Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic on Path 4, by far the best place for them. We've got a Thing boss, MODOK, Mojo, Void. A couple of decent mini bosses. Not too bad. This is definitely a better matchmaking round than our previous war where we got slaughtered. You can tell that the matchmaking was much more favorable for us this time. These defenders are much lower level and not too tough. So first up, we've got this Ebony Maw, and this is an easy torch fight. And so this is a 5-star rank 4 Ebony Maw, so it's a lower level defender than what we're used to seeing, which makes this even easier. And we get the parry right off the bat, so we can get the heavy, break his focus, increase our temperature, get the smolders, etc. And it just turns into a regular Human Torch cheese fest. We get another parry there. We get into our Nova form, and the dude's just like melting away. We're healing from willpower, and we finish the fight with a full yellow bar. Really easy fight, full attack bonus. 12 hits, he didn't even throw a special. So super simple, nice warm-up fight to get us through our first section. So we're going to move along into section 2 here, and there's a Korg on this Footloose node, and this Footloose node, really problematic for me in the past. I've been doing better this season. I've taken it I think once or twice maybe and done really well. I haven't lost an attack bonus here yet. So, because I have 2 mutants, we're going to take this Footloose Korg, and we're going to boost up just to be safe. This can be a tricky fight. Korg is kind of tough. The node is pretty tough. So, we're going to go in, we're going to take a look at this Korg. And we're really fortunate. This is a 5-star, but he's only rank 4, so he's not a maxed out Korg. He's only Sig level 40, so his chance to shrug off the parry is not going to be great. I was debating who to use here because Apocalypse would shut down his ability to purify the stun debuff completely. But Professor X deals energy damage and would not be taking any thorns damage. So they both have their advantages here. And you saw the nodes, it's the Footloose kinetic transference, and I kind of go back and forth like Apocalypse, Professor X. I decide on Professor X so I don't take any thorns damage, and just I'm going to be cognizant that he could shrug off the stun debuff and just be aware of that. So first one, he doesn't shrug it off. Really nice. Go in for a full combo. No thorns damage. Again, doesn't shrug it off. So we get the heavy. No shrug off. We go in for a regular 5-hit combo. And now we have to bait the special 2. We're still at full health, and things are going really well. He's in his corner. There we go. We bait out the special 2. We're going to wait out the Footloose and evade, but because I'm evading him, he goes unstoppable and unblockable, and bam, gets me in the corner. The Falter saved me, but I take a heavy right there, and I got the armor break debuff on me now. But I'm able to get out of my corner here, so that worked out really well. That wasn't terrible, and now he's not shrugging off the stuns, so we're good again, but he's at that 2 bars of power. So again, we have to kind of bait this out, and instead, we're going to take a calculated risk. We're going to mind control him, throw the special 2, power lock him, throw the special 1 afterwards, throw another special 1 afterwards. He's not going down as fast as I was hoping. We're going to throw another special 1, shatter the shield, and that does some massive damage, but he's at 3 bars of power. So he comes out of the mind control, he doesn't throw the special 3, and we go in for that combo, and we get the one-shot full attack bonus. The fight took a while. It was 44 hits, you can see there. We took our hits, obviously, but came out of the fight with the win. A little sketchy. That node and defender combo can be tough. But obviously, we walk away feeling really good. So Professor X at like half health, but no big deal. We move on. So we've got this Invisible Woman, and again, it's a 5-star, but it's only a rank 4, so nothing to be too worried about. She's not going to be hitting that hard. We're going to use Apocalypse. And the goal is just not to get 3 debuffs on us. So you can see right off the bat we get 2 exhaustions. So I'm just going to back off and wait for those to drop off. And once they do, I'm going to go in again and hit. But again, we've got 2 exhaustions, so we're going to back off. And now we have the vulnerability debuff. So she went unblockable for a brief period. We just kind of back off and played easy. Now that her shield's down, we can go ahead and hit her as many times as we want. We're not going to be getting any debuffs on us, so we go in for the special one. Get some good damage on that. She's got several destructible charges on her now, the counter charges, but the shield's back, so we are getting debuffs on us. So we're going to back off for a little bit, take this slow. She's about to go invisible, so I'm aware of that. There she goes, backing off. The invisibility ends, all good. And now we can go back in and fight this like a regular fight. So I just make sure and test it with that medium, make sure no debuffs get placed on me. They don't. Go in for a heavy here, get some bleeds on her, refresh the poison, dex the special one really easily. And right here we've got kind of an interesting interaction. So we throw the special one. We get 3 debuffs, so she goes unblockable, and she goes invisible at the same time. So she's attacking into me, but the special one is so long that it manages to basically do all the damage through it, and I take no damage, even though I whiff and take a special 1 hit there. I was a little thrown off by the interaction because so many things happened at once. I wasn't really sure how that was going to work. It worked in my favor this time, fortunately, and we get the full attack bonus and don't lose a lot of health. Took 35 hits, and not too bad, not too bad. A little sketchy with that special 1. That was a very strange interaction, but happy it worked out for us. So all good so far. We're cruising along. Our team's looking pretty good, except for Professor X, obviously. And we're going to go right into this Mr. Fantastic fight. And again, he's lower level. He's a 6-star, but he's only rank 1, so this is much easier than last war. Invisible Woman was definitely the harder fight on this path, so I wasn't too worried going into this fight. We're going to bring Apocalypse again, and this person is also running suicides, I noticed, so that's just going to make the fight even easier for me. And just 2 heavies in, like, he's just losing so much health already. The bleeds, the suicide damage, yeah, it's going really well. This is a pretty easy fight so far. And I don't have any debuffs on me, so he's not evading anything, makes it even easier. And again, we just continue the heavies. We're only 12 hits in, 30 seconds, and this fight's like almost over. We're going to throw the special 1 and get some decent damage off of it. Didn't kill him, but he finally throws a special here. We're able to dex the whole thing really easily. He goes unblockable. The recoil is going to kill him, though. And just like that, he drops. So 2 really good fights for Apocalypse, 2 full attack bonuses. Second one was obviously much easier. Really simple. So that finishes our path. But before we move on to the mini bosses, we're also going to take this Elsa Bloodstone here on the Ebb and Flow Intercept node. She's linked. She's a 5-star awakened rank 5, and the link is Sadist. So again, I just don't want to put too many debuffs on her, and so because of that, I'm not going to use Apocalypse, just because it would make her a little tougher. We're going to use Professor X again. Even though he's only at half health, I'm pretty confident with this fight. Professor X is really good. Apocalypse, again, would have been a good option here as well, but we're going to go with Professor X. And this fight is probably one of the smoothest I've had in a long time. So everything's going well. We get the parry. We're going to build the charges with our channeling. Do our heavy attacks. We're going to fully dex the special 1. Pretty simple. She's not defensive, so she doesn't go indestructible. Get some more charges here with the heavy. We're going to bait out the special 1. Again, dex most of it. Go back in, regular 5-hit combo. We're going to bait the special 1, dex the whole thing, or most of it again. We get the armor break, so we're healing, which is nice. We're going to channel, because we have the falter. Works out. We're going to go in for another hit here. We've got the 100 channeling charges, so we're just going to bait out 1 more special 1. And again, we can dex most of it. We're not taking any damage from it. Start to channel. Interrupt the channel with the special 3, so we do more damage. We get more prowess off of this. And we're 23 hits in. She's at like 75%. It's going okay. You know, this is like not the fastest fight, but so far it's been really smooth. And we're going to throw the special 2 and bam! Look at that damage. That is just insane. We get so much damage off of it. Throw a couple special ones after it. Build the prowess. We're up to 6 now. And we're going to go in, regular 5-hit combo, throw another special 1, get some good damage off it, get some good crits. We're going to refresh the prowess, even though I really didn't need to. This fight's basically over. I'm going to dex the special 1, go in, and we don't even need to throw another special. We take her down, full attack bonus. I don't think we really lost any health. 64 hits, and that was just a really smooth Professor X fight. That was exactly how you want to play it, and it was just really ideal. So we've still got 3 fights left in this video. We've got 3 mini-bosses, the entire left-hand side, and we're going to start with this Iron Man Infinity War on the Rage node, and we're just taking a look at him. He's a 5-star awakened, rank 5, low sig though. We're going to activate the torch pre-fight. I'm slowing this down because if you watched the last video, you know that this didn't take last time. So the flame on, it gets activated right here. And it looks good, ability's active. We're going to go out. You see that little diamond triangle next to the 5 node? That means the pre-fight is active. We click on it just to make sure. We see the flame on is active. So we're pretty sure we've got the pre-fight going here. This would be like really bad if for some reason we enter the fight and we're not in Nova form. So we speed it back up and you can see we are in Nova form. It all worked out. We're getting some parries right off the bat, which is really nice. But even when we miss parries, no big deal. He's going to hit into us with his energy attacks and build our temperature. So we're going to block the special 1 there to get our temperature up and get some smolders again. We're just blocking his hits. This is going to be a nice and slow fight. We're never going to hit the rage cap because we're not doing a whole lot of damage with our hits. It's all the incinerates and Nova burns. So like 15 hits in, he's already at 50% health. He's killing himself through his specials because of those Novas. They apply the power stings. So he's doing a lot of damage to himself. Obviously the incinerates are doing a good amount. We're going to beta special 1 right there. You can see the power sting damage he takes. We just block the last 2 hits. He's down to 7%. He's going to go into his armor up phase right here. You can see. And he throws a heavy, throws a special 1, and the incinerates are going to down him. So another really smooth fight. We get the full attack bonus. We used the torch pre-fight, but no big deal. That was really the only one I wanted it for. So we move on to this next fight. And this next one is a Void. And I hate fighting Void. He's just a champion I do not like. So we're going to boost up. And I just hate fighting Void because I don't like the pressure he puts on you when you're fighting him, because you have to kind of manage your combo hits. You have to hit him like very quickly to get the debuffs off you once they apply. It's just kind of annoying. I'm kind of more of a relaxed like defensive player, so I don't like it when I'm forced to be aggressive. And this is kind of what does me in on this fight, is that I'm in that mentality and I'm thinking, okay, I've got to basically play this fight perfectly. And we get the first parry, do a nice little heavy, get some bleeds on him. Battlegroups is like full health. We've got those 3 passive prowess, so the special attacks are going to be doing some good damage. But right there, I get hit by the special 1, and I've got 2 debuffs on me, and my combo meter is at 5. I missed the dex on the special 1 again. Now we've got 3 debuffs, and again, my combo meter is at like nothing. We're going to get past 10 here to get one of them off, but now you're so far behind in this fight. I panic completely, and I forget about the node, I forget about that delayed blast, and it's going to kill me. So, classic example of just being a little too nervous and messing up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like Void, and yeah, I got behind in the fight, so I was kind of like in my head right after I got hit. So we're going to go right back in. This is like anger fighting. This is probably not advised, but we're going to bring in Professor X. And we're going to see if we can do better this time. And so far we're off to a good start. We're able to dex the special 1, get the 10 hits, get the debuff off of us. All good. We're going to start channeling. And we're going to dex the special 1 again. This time we get it. We're at 13 hits. We got to go in. We get a debuff on us right here. We missed the parry, so it's a little sketchy. Go back in, hit twice. to get the debuff off of us, which is good. That's what we wanted. We're doing some regular 5-hit combos to keep our combo count in the right place. We parry him here, do some heavy channeling, but we have another debuff on us. So we're going to go back in right here, get that off of us after we hit the 30 mark. We're able to dex the special 1 again, and I don't know why I couldn't do that with Apocalypse, because I'm doing it so well this time. And we need to get our channeling up to 100. So right here, I'm going to channel. We get it almost there. We're at 97. He throws the special 1, and I know we can channel right here, interrupt it with the special 3, and now I'm like confident this fight's over. Special 3 is going to hit like a truck because we've got some prowess from winning the fights earlier. And now we're going to go in afterwards with the special 2, this nasty, nasty special 2, and it just downs them so quick. So, perfect fight again with Professor X. It sucks I had to lose that attack bonus with Apocalypse. I really thought he was the better option given the full health and you know, all the debuffs I could apply to Void, but I got behind early, and you saw what happened, just wasn't very good. So we're going to heal up Professor X a bit. We're only going to throw 1 potion into him, which is a little risky, but at this point in the war, we were also so far ahead, we were pretty sure this was a win. So we don't have to play perfectly. We're going to use Professor X on this special 2 bias Nick Fury. It's a pretty easy node for him. He doesn't power gain, so we don't have to worry about that node. You want him to throw the special 2 anyway, so having that bias is great. And we're going to try to do the same thing we did on Void, just build up to the special 3, and then launch the special 2, special 1s afterwards, and once we have them power locked. So yeah, this is a pretty standard fight. We're going to go in, get some 5-hit combos, get some heavies, build our channeling charges. The goal is to build your channeling charges and your power so that you can get to the 100 channeling charges and the special 3 kind of at the same time. We dex the special 2 there, which is perfect. He's indestructible. We just need to parry. We channel. We're at 3 bars of power, which is perfect. Channel again. We're at 100, and now we're good. We're just going to let him throw this special 1 here. Going to block the last few hits. Channel, because we have the Falter. And then we're going to interrupt it with the special 3. So again, off to a really good start. This is definitely ideal for Professor X. And again, the special 3 is hitting even harder now. We have more Cerebro charges from the previous fights. We're going to go in, special 2, nuke him down. We don't get any crits this time, but it does a good chunk of damage. Special 1, there goes his real phase. We're going to special 1 again. I thought it was supposed to be unblockable. I don't know why that interaction was different in his real phase. Confused me a little bit, but I didn't let it throw me off. So we can't stun him anymore. We know that. We're just going to block his hits, go in, going to launch special 1, refresh the prowess. So we have all those prowess. We've got 8 stacks of prowess, so 1 more special is going to kill him. Unfortunately, this is kind of the only downside of playing Professor X. Those prowess aren't going to last forever, and if you get an opponent who is being this defensive, those prowess are going to expire, and he's not throwing a special 2. He is just refusing. Finally, we get him to throw it. We dex the full thing. We go in, get rid of the indestructible by blocking, but the prowess buffs I have are about to expire, and I'm nowhere close to a bar of power. So that sucks. That really sucks. That is not ideal. He throws the special 1. We dex the first part, block the last few hits. He's at 7%. We're going to go in off the heavy, launch the special 1, and we get the KO. Full attack bonus achieved with a half health Professor X. It was a little bit of a gamble, but felt really good. Felt really good to get that full attack bonus. Professor X, absolute MVP for this war. He was so good the entire time. My confidence with him really increased from playing with him this war. And now we've got a little extra treat. We're gonna take a shot at this Thing boss. You saw the boosts I threw on here. He's got a pre-fight on him from a white Magneto, which is nice, gives us a little extra damage. Human Torch is the only champion I have left. And again, we knew we won this war, so getting a one-shot here is not necessary. And for good reason, Human Torch is not a good Thing counter, especially without his pre-fight. I won't be able to get my temperature up or gain any smolders in this fight, so the Incinerates aren't going to be doing as much as I would like. But again, we have pretty much won this war. We were getting down to the last few minutes, or last hour maybe, before the war finished, and we just needed to get this thing bossed down for the points for the season. So I go in first, and things are going well. And again, like, I go in with the mentality that I'm probably not going to get the one shot. This is a terrible, terrible matchup for me. But I figure, why not? Someone else can come in and finish him off afterwards. I just want to do as much damage as I can. But obviously I'm still playing to win, and you can see how well it's going so far. Pretty good. We get him to the 15 rock stacks here. Throws the special 1 really quickly, which is great. We're going to get that indestructible off of him by blocking. Go in for another few hits. Throw the special 2. And we get him to 12 rock stacks, so him throwing that special there was okay because he was so close to another bar of power. We're going to go in, 3-hit combo, get him to that 1 bar of power, and we're going to keep hitting into his block to keep him on his side of the map, because again, that's how you lose thing fights. You get backed up way too far into your own corner, and he just demolishes you from the corner. So the goal is to just hit him a bunch. We're not sticking to our usual 3-hit torch combos. We're kind of going to hit him as much as we can to make sure we keep him as far right as possible, but you can see we are losing some ground now. And we get him to 15 rock stacks, throws the special 1 again, which is perfect. We didn't trigger indestructible, so we're going to go right in after it and punish it. Throw the special 2 there, and again, just managing the rock stacks. We got him at 12 here. Gonna get him to the 15. We're at 75 hits, so we've hit him quite a bit. And we've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the timer, so this fight is kind of getting a bit tedious now. We're into our own corner, so I know I'm starting to get into that trouble range. Fortunately, he does what I want right here, and he holds his block, and I hit into it again so I can get that ground back, and all of a sudden, I'm feeling good about this fight again. We push him so far back. He gets so passive. We go from one end of the map to the other. We dex the special 1. He had 15 rock stacks. Perfect. Let him hit into the block. Again, go in. And we're just going to throw the special 1 here because why not? We're not doing a ton of damage. Might as well throw whatever specials we have. And again, just kind of keeping him on his side of the map. And we get him to 15 rock stacks again. We manage that well. We hit into his block. We're down under 2 minutes. And, I mean, I'm actually kind of winning this fight right now, which I didn't expect to do anywhere near this much damage. I would have been happy taking off like 30 to 40% of his health, and all of a sudden he's down under 50%. And it's awesome. This fight has gone smoothly. I haven't gotten hit yet. Right here, that's a problem though. He throws that special 2. I didn't really want him to. And now he gets really aggressive all of a sudden right there when I'm trying to get him to block. He doesn't. I'm up against my own wall. We're at 1:24. I just decide, you know what? Let's just end this fight. So I kind of threw in the towel there a bit. It was like a battle of attrition. He just kind of outlasted me, but you can see how much damage we did. It was great. Someone went in, finished him off. We ended up getting the win. This is a, like I said, very favorable matchup for us. We kind of knew we had the win early. We 100% cleared and explored everything. So great war, good war by our opponents. They tried tough, they tried hard. We just had really good defense placement, and again, our attack teams were really on point and had a much easier time. So we got that second MVP spot, which is awesome. Happier about the win, obviously. That puts us at 2-3 on the season, which isn't bad. Hopefully we can keep this going into the next war and get us back to 3-3 and go from there. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.